Hell Is Us is finally here after originally being slated to release in 2023, and I'm here to give my thoughts after completing the game. Graphically, it looks great, and the lighting is definitely top-notch, especially since you'll be in a lot of dark, secluded places. The game takes a figure-it-out-yourself approach with no map or minimap. It's always a little bit cryptic on what you should be doing next. It'll tell you what your objective is, but for the most part, it really just tells you what level to go to. Now let's chit-chat about the combat, because I'm sure that's why a lot of you are here. So these so-called demons you fight have these blobs that come out of them that are different colors, and each color has a different tactic. For example, red is a bruiser while yellow is ranged. You'd think at first that your goal would be to match your color weapon to their color weapon, or do the polar opposite of their color weapon. Apparently doesn't matter. I think it just comes down to your weapon level and whatever attachments you have to it. At least I'm pretty sure that's what it's supposed to be. It's never explicitly said regardless. I said I wouldn't hold your hand, and I meant it. Not to mention that I spoke with my homies that were also doing reviews, and even someone from the publisher, and they all assumed it also didn't matter. I do think the combat is decent though, and I do like the variety of weapons. Because all of the enemies look the exact same, combat did get pretty repetitive for me. Not to mention the boss fights, and I can't say why because that would be a heavy spoiler, just awful. What I can say is they deviate away from the core combat and just do something bizarre. I do like the healing mechanic where if you do enough damage, you'll get a prompt, and if you're quick enough, you can get some of your health back, along with health kits and abilities. The places that you go to have a surprising variety, and there were moments in these places where I was just in awe. Yet there were some levels I kind of wish they had just left out. Levels that I looked at and said,
you're boring. You're boring. Step it up, find something new. You're boring.
The story was interesting for me because I started off being really bored with it, but by the middle, I was so engaged with what was happening. And then the ending was just so bad. Like, I had this gut feeling the ending wasn't gonna land on its feet, but it just, I actually said out loud, what the fuck?
You're just gonna have to trust me.
At times, I felt like puzzles just weren't explained well enough or just didn't make any sense. Some of the puzzles were dope, but just most of them were frustrating. I thought the game was well optimized and I ran into very little bugs. I would say overall, this was probably a slightly below average experience. Not really a day one buy for me. But as always, don't just take my word for it. Go watch some other reviews, watch some people streaming the game. And if you do play it, I hope you enjoy the hell out of it. Thank you so much for watching. Hey buddy, you seeing this over here? Yeah, you're next.